where I splurge in my wardrobe, where I save in my wardrobe, inside my capsule wardrobe. Hi everyone, welcome back to Sugar Mama TV. I am financial planner Canna Campbell. As you guys know, I really enjoy fashion, but I would never ever let my love of shopping and fashion and style ever jeopardize my financial well-being. So in this video today, I want to share with you exactly where I splurge in my wardrobe and of course where I save in my wardrobe. This is all of my experience, my insight, my knowledge from picking up lots of little tips and tricks of shopping and talking to friends and really understanding what my sense of style is. So in this video, I'm going to share with you where I splurge and of course where I save. Alright, so the first area I will always save, and that comes to basic t-shirt. For me, t-shirts don't really last that long. They quite often get food stains, they might get sweat and deodorant marks, and depending on the quality of your washing machine, they can look tight and tatty over time. So for those reasons, I would never spend a large amount of money on a basic t-shirt. Now, a brand that I have discovered and absolutely love that's really well priced, quite often on sale, and amazing outstanding quality is the Assembly label. This is an Australian brand and quite often they use organic cotton, and they also come using biodegradable bags when they arrive. Now, they have really simple styles. I love the round neck and I love that they're quite long in the body, so they're great for tucking in, particularly in the cooler months when you want to do some great layering pieces without feeling like you are bulking up. But a very simple, timeless style. Again, machine washable, and they come out looking absolutely brand new. And the other great thing about this, when you find a brand that you really like, I highly recommend grabbing a few different colors so that you can spread your wear across a range of different colors or perhaps styles. So for me, I grabbed the brown, a light blue, a black, a white. And of course they come in a singlet for the cooler months where you still need some layering pieces, as well as a long sleeve. So never go and splurge on t-shirts. I just don't see great value for money there. Area number 2, jeans. All right, so with jeans, it's incredibly personal. What my advice is, just buy a pair of jeans that you absolutely love, regardless of the price, okay? So jeans should last you years upon years upon years. So it's worth spending time trying on a whole range of different jeans, different styles, different cuts, different brands until you find the one that you absolutely love. Now, that doesn't mean you go and put those jeans on credit card if you can't afford them. I would recommend you save up for them, or maybe lay buy them, or look for some discount codes, or maybe even buy them pre-loved. But jeans are an item in your wardrobe that should really go the distance. So I have actually 3 pairs of favorite jeans. My first one is my white denim jeans. Now, these I bought on sale through the Iconic. I think I paid maybe $79. They're a really classic straight Levi jean, incredibly comfortable, but also very classic. So they go with absolutely everything in my wardrobe, including all of my Assembly label basics. The second pair of jeans, which I actually love, which are a splurge for me, and these are the Silver Lake Batik, I think they're called, jeans. Now, this was a splurge. They were $500, but I absolutely love them. Every time I put these jeans on, I feel really good about myself. I feel proud getting dressed, and they're also incredibly comfortable. But again, being a very expensive pair of jeans didn't really faze me too much because I know that I'm going to be wearing them for a year upon year upon year. So my cost per wear will most definitely come down. And in fact, with these, the more I wash them and wear them, the softer they get. So my advice is invest time finding the perfect pair of jeans for yourself that match your lifestyle needs. And don't ever buy jeans just because they're cheap. The third area that I will splurge, and that is my handbags. For me, I love how a beautiful, well-made handbag can really elevate a look or your sense of style. Now, that doesn't mean I necessarily spend a huge amount of money and buy lots of handbags, far from it. In fact, whenever I comes to buying a handbag, it's always because I've achieved a particular important goal of mine, but I will also always go and research that bag before I buy it. So I know it's a really versatile bag, the cut is great for me and my lifestyle, the color works with my wardrobe, so it will get great per wear. And then of course, I will always try and buy that handbag pre-loved if I can. So for me, investing in a really good quality handbag really does go the distance. And of course, I will always take great care of my handbags. I store them away properly in their soft bag. I will never put my handbag on the floor. I always either put it in my lap or on a chair or hanging off the edge of a chair so it doesn't get scuffed, scratched, or damaged. So if you're thinking about buying a handbag for yourself, what I recommend you do is really focus on what you actually need, whether you need a big bag or a small bag, what particular colors you like. And a great tip that I've always found is picking a handbag that has some beautiful hardware on it, because it's the metal that actually really helps elevate a look and look so much more high-end. The fourth area where I will splurge, and that is shoes. All right. So for me, I have a really funny shaped foot. I have a really high instep, an arch, and my foot is also really quite small for my height. So for me, finding a pair of comfortable shoes is paramount. Now, sometimes that does mean splurging a little bit, but if that's the case, I will always buy really classic neutral colors. That will mean I'll be able to wear whatever shoe I purchase with pretty much most of my wardrobe. So what my advice to you is, when it comes to building up your capsule wardrobe, just simply buy shoes that make you feel comfortable, that you know you can safely walk around all day and your feet are not going to be aching. Remember, the more you wear your shoes, clothing, accessories, the lower the cost per wear comes down. And if you find a great pair of shoes that are really comfortable, over time, when you can afford to, make sure you go and buy those shoes in a couple of different colors so that you can spread out your wear. All right, so the fifth area where it comes to spending and splurging is belts. All right, so I will actually save when it comes to finding a beautiful belt. There are so many great, quirky, interesting belts you can buy for literally nothing. In fact, this particular belt, which is one of my favorite ones, I think I got it from Forever New or Forever 21. And I think it costs less than $30, but it's got really great, interesting details. The pearls, the metal hardware, the velvet. This is such a great belt that goes with so many things in my wardrobe and really adds a great dynamic to every single look, including really anchoring in my waistline, particularly in winter if I'm wearing a big, thick, heavy knitwear jumper or cardigan. So I don't think you need to spend a large amount of money on belts, but I do recommend taking really good care of your belts, and also even looking at the pre-loved economy if you want to buy a more expensive, lavish belt such as this. Now, this is an Hermes belt, which I bought probably, I think, 6 years ago. And again, I bought it pre-loved, so I bought it for a fraction of the full price. But I absolutely love this. It took me about a year to actually find this on the pre-loved economy, and I absolutely love it. But I take really good care of my belts. This is also another belt of mine. It's a Gucci belt. Now, this belt I bought when it's almost 17, I think, years old. Again, I've taken really good care of it. It's a great color, a really basic color, and again, when I do wear this, it really elevates my look. So what I recommend you do is always keep an eye out for a great belt, and when you see one and it fits your budget, it matches your budget, just go and grab it. You will not regret it. And the great thing about belts is they don't actually take up too much space in your wardrobe, and they can really change and evolve your look by simply changing your belt or your shoes or your bag. You can completely transform your look. So always grab belts which look really well made, have really interesting fabrics, stones, and materials, and enjoy how a belt can completely transform any look. The sixth area that comes to splurging and spending is actually underwear. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I wear matching underwear absolutely every day. There's something that makes me feel good about myself knowing I'm wearing a really beautiful matching set that no one actually knows about. However, lingerie can be expensive, so for me, I will never pay full price for lingerie. I will always wait for the sales. I actually did some research the other day, and there are about 12 big sales every single year. So if you have your eye on something really beautiful, it's highly likely that it will go on sale within the next 3 or 4 weeks. Now, there are 2 brands I really love that I think are really well priced and have excellent sales. The first one is Calvin Klein. I will quite often grab these when they're on sale through the Iconic or directly through the store. The other brand which I absolutely love is the Simone Pirelli, and they make absolutely exquisite lace French underwear, such as this one here. Oh no, my apologies, this one is actually Calvin Klein. But the great thing about this is I highly recommend don't waste your money on white underwear or cream underwear, because it will lose its color very, very quickly and look tired and yucky and gross. I recommend buying maybe a burnt pink or a burnt orange, such as this, instead of buying those creams, whites, and tans. That way you can safely wear this under a white t-shirt, it can't be seen, and you'll find that it lasts so much longer and looks newer so much longer. So of course, when it comes to lingerie, make sure you hold out for the sales and make sure you absolutely love what you're buying. It's incredibly comfortable, but it makes you feel sexy on the inside without anyone knowing about it. The seventh area where I will actually save, not splurge, and that is dresses. For me, I don't really get to wear dresses that often. During the day, I'm working from home, I'm running errands, I'm taking the kids to school and ballet and various activities, so I'm quite often living in jeans and a t-shirt. So for me, it doesn't really make sense to be spending a whole pile of money on beautiful dresses at this stage in my life. So when it comes to dresses, I will always try and save money by buying a beautiful brand, but buying it pre-loved. The 3 stores which I absolutely love to be buying beautiful, really well priced, luxury, pre-loved dresses are: number 1, Trading in Style. Number 2 is High End on Facebook. And number 3 is eBay. You see, when you know a particular brand that you absolutely love and you know the sizing and the fabric quality and the cuts, it makes it very safe when it comes to buying pre-loved online. So for example, Zimmermann is one of my most favorite brands. I know exactly what size I am and I'm very familiar with all the cuts and styles and fabric they use. So for me, when I jump on eBay, I can quite often find a current season dress, sometimes even with the label on, for a fraction of the price. So for me, I will always save when it comes to dresses. Area number 8 in splurging and spending is activewear. Now for me, activewear is something I wear a lot of. I run around in jeans and t-shirt, but I also run around in my activewear. And my activewear gets worn probably the most. So I really do think it's worth investing in good quality activewear, but that doesn't necessarily mean having to spend a fortune. Now, one of my favorite brands when it comes to activewear, which is incredibly comfortable, washes extremely well, and is actually really well priced, and I have a discount code to share with you right now, is the Stax brand. This breathes really well. They have a great range of colors, so you can mix and match your outfit to your heart's content, and you will actually get 10% off when you use my code. Now, the thing with activewear, if you think about it, you move and twist and contort your body into all sorts of different positions, something you wouldn't normally do when you're wearing, say, jeans and a t-shirt. Also, the other thing is when you're wearing your activewear, it's when you sweat the most. So it makes sense to have really good quality activewear that goes the distance. And I'm not someone who throws activewear out. In fact, my activewear is about 8 or 9 years old and it's still going really strong. So brands that I love on top of Stax obviously are the Upside Sport and of course Stax. All are really comfortable and they all have fantastic sales which are well worth hanging out for. Now when it comes to building up an activewear capsule wardrobe, I recommend sticking with the basic colors first and sticking with monochromatic looks. So for example, all black, all beige, or perhaps maybe your favorite color, which for me, as you probably know, is blue. The 9th area when it comes to splurging and spending is knitwear. All right, when it comes to knitwear, I will always fork out for cashmere. I know this sounds really snobby, however, there's something about cashmere. It is incredibly soft, it breathes, and it lasts a really long time. But it's important that you always take care of your cashmere. Now again, because there are so many sales throughout the year, I'll never pay full price when it comes to cashmere, but I will definitely invest more to get a really good quality basic cashmere piece. I also absolutely love the classic French brand Equipment, which are synonymous for their beautiful silk shirts. They actually have a fantastic cashmere collection, really simple cuts and styles, low V-necks, beautiful round necks, and they come in fantastic staple colors. But there's something incredibly beautiful about cashmere. It looks luxurious. It feels luxurious, it breathes really well. It's a fantastic layering piece because it keeps you nice and warm. And it definitely gives you an expensive, high-end, polished look. And then the 10th area when it comes to splurging or spending, and that is coats. All right, so particularly in Australia, it's probably about 2.5 months of the year where you may need a coat, but not necessarily. So for me, spending a large amount of money on coats just simply isn't necessary. They're also incredibly bulky when it comes to wardrobe, so they're taking up a lot of precious space in my wardrobe. So for that reason, I will never let myself own more than a couple of winter coats. Now, there are some absolutely fantastic brands out there that create beautiful, luxurious looking coats for a really reasonable price, including Dish, Marks & Spencer, and the Air label, which is through the Iconic store. Now, a great style that I recommend everyone have if you're looking at building up a capsule wardrobe is a classic trench coat. Now, particularly for the winter in Australia, which is really not really that much of a winter, having a really classic trench is fantastic. Particularly when you have great layering pieces, including a beautiful cashmere jumper, you will find that between a nice, good quality t-shirt, a beautiful cashmere jumper, and something like a trench coat like this, you tend to be warm enough, but also you're not looking bulked up, and you still look chic, elegant, and timeless with a style like this. Another great beautiful idea when it comes to having a great winter coat is having a pop of color. For me, during winter, I can sometimes get a little bit depressed with the cold weather and, not as much sunlight during the day. So for me, having a beautiful coat that has a pop of color to cheer me up is definitely well worth the investment. Now, this particular coat came from Scanlan Theodore, and it was most definitely a splurge for me at the time. But again, this is probably about 6 or 7 years old, so my cost per wear is most definitely there. And at the end of every single season, I always make sure I take all of my coats, no matter how cheap or how expensive they are, to be properly dry cleaned, and then I store them away properly so that they are ready to go the same time next year without any stains or marks, and they look brand new again. So I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and you can now start to see about where it's worth spending money in your wardrobe and where you can afford to cut corners without downgrading your sense of style or taste when it comes to getting dressed in the morning. Remember, whatever you buy, you should always make sure you've saved up that money first. You've prioritized your financial goals and financial well-being, and you think of every single purchase mindfully, particularly when it comes to the more expensive ones, because you want to make sure you get your cost per wear and you look and feel fabulous in the morning when you're getting dressed each day. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching. I will link in the video description box below all the clothes that I am wearing and how I have styled and put together so many different outfits for you. Ciao for now.